ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुक्तापदकामलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपा भगवता साधना रघुनाथं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदा साधना ललिता हे विशाखाविदंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So let us quickly recite our shloka. Yeah, Mother Angel, your arms up. Thank you.
Chapter 10, text 9. Machita prana budhayanta parasaram tatayanta samanityam tusyanti charamanti cha. Translation. The thoughts of my pure devotee dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much.
10.9 Machchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. Translation. The thoughts of my pure devotees always dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted into my service. They derive great satisfaction and bliss from enlightening one another and conversing about me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much.
Okay, chapter 10, text 9. Machita madgata prana budayanta parasparam kathayanta shamam nityam tushanti charamanti cha. Translation. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Jai Hare Krishna.
Me next. Okay. Chapter 10, verse 9. Machita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushanti cha ramanti cha. Translation. The thoughts of my devotees dwell in me, and their lives are fully dedicated to my service, or fully devoted to my service. They derive great satisfaction and bliss in enlightening one another and conversing about me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. So let's continue. Where we stopped yesterday, someone want to summarize for us?
I'll do it, Prabhu. I'll make it quick. Okay, yesterday. Hare Krishna. Yesterday, we covered several verses. Let's start with verse 12 of chapter 11. Here, Sanjaya is narrating and describing what he's seeing to Dhritarashtra, that Arjuna is seeing hundreds and thousands of suns. So neither neither of them, Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra, are present when Krishna is showing his universal form to Arjuna. So Sanjaya, with the grace of Yashadev, could see what's happening, right, through his mystic power. And so he's comparing this image that he's seeing to something that we can understand. So that is an example for that is seeing thousands of suns, which is out of this world, something inconceivable for us normal people. So that's verse 12. For verse 13, Arjuna here could see Krishna's universal form, like its unlimited expansions, divided into many, many thousands, but still situated in one place. So Krishna and Arjuna were sitting. The word Tatra was mentioned. We're sitting there in the chariot when Arjuna saw his universal form, but the others in the battlefield could not see this, could not perceive this, because Krishna only gave his vision to Arjuna, except of course Sanjaya, who could see the whole universal form of Krishna because of his mystic power. So when Arjuna could see Krishna's body, many thousands of planets made out of earth, gold, jewels, some that are very great, some that are very not so great. But what we can take from verse 13 is that Arjuna here is the only person who can really perceive this form of the Lord. Others that are not pure in heart, or others who are not qualified, could not see this form of Krishna. Okay, so we had a lot of like sidebar talk about the Mahabharata, of like who wrote it, who dictated it. After that, we went to like the story of Bhima, that even though he's so strong, he could not really lift up Hiranyakashipu's earrings. We talked about that in this verse. So yes, let's move on to verse 14. So here Arjuna is seen to be bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, and he is putting his hands together and begins to pray to Krishna. So here, once the divine vision is revealed, Arjuna and Krishna's relationship began to shift. It changed from the relationship of friendship. After the revelation, it became into like a relationship of wonder. So how can we tell that it became a relationship of wonder? Because Arjuna here began to offer his obeisances with great respect to Krishna while folding his hands. So now he's showing awe and reverence to Krishna. Okay. So we talked about the 12 kinds of relationship here, or rasas, in this particular verse, the 5 primary ones and the 7 secondary ones. Okay. Let's move on. For verse 15, here Arjuna sees in Krishna's body all the demigods, various living entities like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, and even the sages, all the sages and the divine servants, or Vashukis. So Arjuna could see everything from the beginning until the end, while he was sitting in just one place in his chariot. So this inconceivable image, like a movie or a picture, is only possible by the grace of Lord Shri Krishna. So that is why we went to like the next verse, saying that when you reach this stage of purity, you start reciting or listening to hearing about the pastimes of the Lord. Because if you are in this stage or platform of purity, Krishna's pastimes will appear like a movie in your heart, okay? His form. So that is why we said in conclusion to verse 16, we didn't read the purport, Prabhu, that it's important for us to come into the mode of goodness. So we have to, for right now, we have to cultivate good qualities like cleanliness, punctuality, like truthfulness, because these are the symptoms of one who's developed his love for God or Krishna. That is why we mentioned around the last part of the discussion that Srila Prabhupada made it like a quote, that saying that cleanliness is not next to godliness, but cleanliness is godliness itself. Okay, so we ended there, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. I really appreciate it. So let me quickly, I have a PowerPoint to share with you all. So from 9 to 14 was Sanjaya's description, what Arjuna saw. So he was trying to give mental picture of what great revelation to the Sarastra. So in 11.14, Arjuna bowed and bewildered and astonished. That is wonder. That is the relationship of wonder. Then in 11.24 again, we're going to see Arjuna is going to develop another relationship with Krishna. That will be in fear. Okay, so then from 15 to 30, Arjuna will now start speaking and describing what he saw. So from 15 to 18, Arjuna sees the Vishwarup. From 19 to 23, Arjuna sees the Kala Rupa. From 24 to 25, Arjuna pitiful state, started feeling remorseful about his situation previously with Krishna. Then from 26 to 29, Arjuna sees the future outcome of the war, where Krishna will show him what was happening, how everybody is going inside his mouth. Then from, yes, this is analogy used from that 15 to 30, sorry. So these are some analogy used by Prabhupada in the text of what Arjuna saw. I see people rushing full speed into your mouth, a small dash to destruction in blazing fire. Then in 31, who are you? Arjuna will start asking, who are you? What is your mission? Just imagine somebody you have been relating with as a friend, and suddenly started showing you his greatness, his opulence beyond your imagination. And like, who are you? Oh, what is your mission? Like Arjuna was in such mood, like, who are you? What is your mission? So, in 32 to 34, Krishna says, time I am. He described himself as time I am, and I want to use you, Arjuna, as an instrument. There's a very famous verse, Savya Sachin. Very, very famous verse in chapter 11. Or Krishna was telling Arjuna he wants to make him he wants to use him as an instrument. So I'm just giving a brief summary of what we're going to be reading. So Arjuna, now in 35 to 46, Arjuna's prayers. So now from the beginning of the class, I will be doing this summary. So in 35, Arjuna with fold hands, trembling, offer obeisances again and again. In 36 to 38, glorification. 39 to 40, obeisances. 41 to 44, apologies. And 45 to 46, requests for the Lord to reveal those wonderful form again. Then glories of pure Bhakti will be described in 47 and 49. How Krishna will tell Arjuna that this form have not been seen before. Then Arjuna will request, Arjuna, how the form has not been seen before, and he will request for the Lord to show him his 400 form. Then in 52 to 3, he will ask him to go back to his 200 form. His beautiful form. So here, by man, except in relationship to Krishna. So in 1155, from 47 to 55, continuation of the pure description of pure Bhakti will be, and these are different things what happened. All the different people who have seen the universal form before, but Yashoda, Duryodhan, Arjuna, Advaita Acharya. So this continuation of the glorification of Bhakti will continue. So that is what will happen in this chapter 11. So let's continue with what we are reading. So now we'll continue from where we stop. That will be, we'll stop at 16. So that is where Arjuna will start describing, he already started describing what he saw on the battlefield. So let's continue reading that. So some of these things we may not really go deep into it, except if necessary, because we're just observing and reading what Arjuna saw. Okay. Have we read the purport of this one? Yes. No. Let me continue to 17. Kritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejurashim Sarvato Dipti Mandam Pashyami Tvam Durnireksham Samata Diptananar Gadiutim Pramiyam. So continuation. Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence. Like it was mentioned before, the effulgence coming out from the body of Lord, like hundreds and thousands of effulgence, of sun, sorry. So Arjuna is confirming that again and again. That it's very difficult to see this form that the Lord was showing because of those glaring effulgence coming out from the body of the universal form, spreading outside like blazing fire or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowns, club, and disc. Twamaksharam paramam vedintavyam tamasya vishwasya param nidanam tamaindhyaya sashwata dharmagupta sanatanastvam purusho matome. You are the supreme primary objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible. You are the oldest. You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of God. This is my opinion. Just imagine. This is how Arjuna describing Krishna. Anadimadyantamanantabiryamanantabahushashi netram pashyami tvam dipta utusha svatram swatejasa vishwamidam tapatam. You are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have ornamentless arms, and the sun and moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance. This is what Arjuna was saying. Sorry, this is what Arjuna saw. Somebody want to read?
Okay. Already, Prabhu.
Yes, please, Mata.
There is no limit to the extent of 6 opulences of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here and many other places there is repetition, but according to the scriptures, repetition of the glories of Krishna is not a literary weakness. It is said that at a time of bewilderment or wonder or of great ecstasy, statements are repeated over and over. That is not a flow. Hare Krishna.
So Arjuna was repeating some things because it was in, our reverence. Yavya pritobyo idam nataram hi vyaptam tyaya ekandishashta sarva drishva buddham rupam ugram daviram lokam trayam pravyatitam mahatmanam. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planet and all space between. O great one, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary system are perturbed. Want to read?
Okay, Prabhu. I'll read.
Okay, please.
Okay. Dhyatva Pratibhyu, the space between heaven and earth, and Lokatrayam, the 3 worlds, are significant words in this verse because it is a verse that only did Arjuna see this universal form of Lord, but others in other planetary systems saw it also. Arjuna's seeing of the universal form was not a dream. All whom the Lord endowed with divine vision saw that universal form on the battlefield. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Amihi tvam surasanga vishanti geshivita prajalayo krinanti swastiti utva uktva marishidsiddha sangha suvanti tvam stutibi pushkalabi. All the whole of the demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them very much afraid are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings crying, all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns. The demigods in our planetary system fear the terrible manifestation of the universal form and its glaring effulgence, and so they pray for protection. Just imagine your mind how horrific this form will be if all these great personalities were scared. Rudraditva vasavoye chasadya vishweshwano maruta shosh mapascha gandharva yaksha sura siddha sangha Vishanti Tvam Vismita Shaiva Sarve. All the various manifestations of Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Vishwasevas, the two Ashwinis, the Maruts, the Forefather, the Gandharva, the Yakshas, the Asuras, and the perfected demigod are beholding you in wonder. So not only Arjuna is beholding Krishna in wonder, even all the great personalities. Rupa Mahate Bahuvaktram Netram Mahabaho Bahurupadam Bahudaram Bahudashakaranam Drishtaloka Pravyasitastataham. Almighty Ham One, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed, are seeing your great form, with its many faces, eyes, arms, eyes, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth, as they are disturbed, so am I. So this is Arjuna's description on 30. Navasprisham diptamani kavarnam vyatananam dipta vishala netram drishtva etvam pravyati tantaratma dritim navidami shamam chavishnu. Oh, Apavedi Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouth and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. So Arjuna here already experiencing fear again. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. Just imagine what is happening. Damshtra karanani chate mukani drishwaiva kalanana sanevani dishuna janena levecha sarma prashida devesha jaganivasa. O Lord of Lords, O refuge of the world, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balancing thus your blazing death-like faces and awful teeth. In all directions I am bewildered. Amicha tvam disharasrasya putraha sarve sahivavani palasangai Bhishmodrona sutta putra satasau sahasmadhyai apiyo mukyai Bhaktrani te twaramanam vishanti damshtra karanani bhayanakani Keshivinagna dashanatarishu sadrishante kunertai utamangai. All the sons of the Sarastra, along with their allies, our kings, and Bhishma, Drona, Karuna, and our chief soldier, also are rushing into your fearful mouths. Now, Arjuna is seeing the future of the fight, of the war. And some I see trapped with edge smashed between your teeth. So already Krishna showed Arjuna what is going to happen in the future. Somebody want to read?
I'll read it.
Okay.
Go on.
In a previous verse, the Lord promised to show Arjuna things he would be very interested in seeing. Now Arjuna sees that the leaders of the opposite party, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all the sons of Dhritarashtra and their soldiers and Arjuna's own soldiers are being annihilated. This is an indication that after the death of nearly all persons assembled at the Kurukshetra, Arjuna will emerge victorious. It is also mentioned here that Bhishma, who is supposed to be unconquerable, will also be smashed. So also Karna. Not only will the great warriors of the other party like Bhishma be smashed, but some of the great warriors of Arjuna's side also.
Thank you very much. Let's continue. Yatama nadinamba vumbu vega samundra vivabimo kadravanti tatatavami narano kavira vishanti vaktrani abhivijya jwalanti. As the many waves of river flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter blazing into your mouth. So Arjuna, Krishna already showing at this point, Krishna was already showing Arjuna the end of the war, even when they have not started. So Krishna was already showing him everything, what is going to happen, how everyone will be killed on that battlefield. Okay? Yata pradiptam jwalana patanga ishanti nashaya samrida vigaha tataiva nashaya vishanti lokas tava pivaktrani samrida vigaha. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouth, a small dash to destruction in a blazing fire. Liliyasi grasamana samanta lokasamagran vadanai jwalarvi tejobi rapuya jagasamagram vasastavagra pratavanti Vishnu. Oh Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouth, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifested with terrible scorching rays. Akyahime ko bhavanugra rupo namostute deva para prasida vigyapto ishami bhavata madhyam nahi prajananti tava pravitim. O Lord, a minute. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of your form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisance unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primary Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. So at this point, I do not want to know the mission of the Lord. He wants to know the mission of the Lord. Say, tell me who you are. You know, who are you, my Lord? Like, you know, you're somebody that you have been, you know, playing with, joking with, and, you know, friendly, in a friendly, then the person then suddenly started showing his opulence. It's like, who is this guy? That's what is happening. So yeah, Krishna is going to describe his mission. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Kalosmi Loka Shayakrit Pravido Loka Samahartum Ea Pravitaha Ritepi Twamna Bhavishyanti Sarve Yeva Sita Prantyani Keshu Yoda. The Supreme Personality of God has said, time I am the great destroyer of the world. I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be snail. So this is Krishna's mission. He revealed to Arjuna. So let's read the purports.
I read it, Prabhu.
Yes, Mata, please. Some minutes.
Although Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It is written in the Vedas that the Supreme Truth destroys everything, even the Brahmanas, as stated in Katha Upanishad 1.2.25, Yasya Brahmacha Chatramcha Obe Bhavata Udanaha Mrityuryasyo Passe Chanam Kaita Veda Yatrasaha. Eventually, all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and everyone else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. This form of the Supreme Lord is all-devouring giant, and here Krishna presents himself in that form of all-devouring time. Except for a few Pandavas, everyone who was present on the battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed, for that was his plan. If Arjuna stopped fighting, they would die in another way. Death could not be checked, even if he did not fight. In fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So here, Krishna make a very salient point. Kalosmi Lukashaya Krit Pravido, time I am, the destroyer of the world. I think there was one scientist, after creating an atomic bomb, he quoted this sloka of Bhagavad Gita. You know, he quoted this Bhagavad time I am, the destroyer of the world, because Krishna said it in Bhagavad Gita. So this is what's going to happen. So, and time to time, when there is so many demoniac personality on the planet, Krishna comes, like he mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, yada yada ida masya grani bhavati bharata abhyutanma danamrasya sadat manashi jamyaham. You know, paritranayam sadhunam vinashaya shabdoskritam dharma samtapanotaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So Krishna appears again and again every millennium to do what? To give pleasure to his devotee and to annihilate the miscreants. So here he's showing Arjuna how he's going to perform that function on this battlefield of Kurukshetra. Actually, it's Krishna's arrangement that he has put all the powerful warriors on that battlefield here on that Kurukshetra. Just like now in the situation of Earth now, we can see that the way our civilization is going very fast. Actually, we are pushing ourselves toward destruction. Because this is what happens when the demoniac people become so powerful. So they will now gang up, they will gather themselves out to come together and destroy themselves. That is how Krishna has made this plan, you know, of this universe. So now you see they have a nuclear bomb. Everybody is like threatening each other. Don't come my house. I will press my bomb. Don't come. Everybody's threatening each other. And truly, it will happen one day that somebody will come to the power and the person will not care to press the bomb, and everybody will start pressing the bomb, and they will start blowing each other up. So it will happen eventually, because that is it. So time I am the great desire. So when demoniac people become more prominent on earth, you know, Krishna always make this sort of arrangement to reduce those living entities, the demoniac people too. So by that time, then the godly people again will, you know, start coming up. Then they will understand. People will start believing in God, and things will start changing. Because now the way the civilization is going, people are becoming more and more godless. People commit sin without thinking twice. You know, they consider sinful life to be a normal life nowadays. So these things are becoming more prominent in the society. So surely when the sin becomes so much, then what happened in the battlefield of Kurukshetra will happen. You know, like we have the First World War, we have Second World War. Now everybody is scared that Third World War may come. So nobody knows when it's going to come, but surely it will come. There's no doubt about that. Because America will always want to suppress the world, and the Russia will say, no, you cannot tell me what to do. The Chinese will say, you cannot tell me what to do. The Indians will tell me, you cannot tell me what to do. These are the major population of the world. You know, and America want to tell everybody what to do, then they will say, no, 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 no. You know, and one day, just like what is happening between Ukraine and Russia now, every war starts like this. Just like the war of battlefield of Kurukshetra started between brothers. Every war it always starts like this. Every war always starts between families. The Second World War also started with, you know, German killing the Jews and all those things, and they were living very close to each other. Isn't not? Yeah, that was what happened in the Second World War, isn't it? And somebody know history? Somebody is aware of history? The Second World War. It's like my network is bad now. Nobody is hearing me. Let me check.
You can hear you, Prabhu.
You can hear me. I see. Okay. Hare Krishna. So like that. So now we have two brothers fighting also, the Russian and the Ukrainians. They are brothers. And thought the world war always start like this. That is how they fight between Pandavas and the Kauravas. They were brothers. And before you know, the whole world was involved in the war. Because then they will start campaigning for each other. The Ukraine will start going around, see, you support me. If we win, then I will do this, I will do that. And then the Russian will start going around, you join me. If we win, I will do this. I will, just like now, even the North Korean already, they are fighting for Russia. See? So world war start like this gradually. But all this is made to reduce the burden on earth by the arrangement of the Supreme. Just like Krishna was showing Arjuna on the battlefield, what is going to happen in the future. Okay, let's continue reading. This is a very nice verse. At least if you don't learn the whole shloka, maybe it's too long, at least learn that one line. Kalosmi lokashaya krit pravido, where Krishna Mayam, the destroyer of the world. Okay, even though if you cannot learn the whole shloka, just learn that one line. Time I am the destroyer of the world. Okay, you can use it for preaching. Tasmattamutista yasho labasa jitva shatram buksha rajyam samiridam maya ivaite niyata purvameva nimitam mantra bhava savya sache. Very nice. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement. And you, O Savya Sachin, can be put on an instrument in the fight. So in this material world, we can all, either we be used as Krishna's instrument or we act whimsically. Okay, let's read the purport and we can talk more about it after listening to Shastri.
Okay. Savya Sachin refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. Just become an instrument. Nimitta matram. This word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish persons who do not have sufficient knowledge think that nature is moving without a plan and all manifestations are but accidental formations. There are many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this or maybe like that. But there is no question of perhaps and maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned souls to go back to Godhead, back to home. As long as they have domineering mentality, which makes them to try to lord it over material nature, they are conditioned. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. Thus, the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, you're on mute.
Thank you. Limitra mantra. What is meaning of limitra mantra?
Just the cause.
Just be the cause. Bhagavad Savya Sachin. Limitra mantra. Bhagavad Savya Sachin. Even in this line also, if you don't learn the whole shloka, just learn that line for preaching. Limita matra Bhagavad Savya Sachin. The Lord say, call Arjuna here Savya Sachin, which means one who is very expert in shooting arrows, very expertly on the field. So Krishna saying, just win. I already killed these people. I'm just using it as an instrument. So whenever Krishna wants to carry out the mission in this world, he already made all the arrangement for us. It's just for the living entity to perform the duty and get the glories. Just like one time when Prabhupada was talking during the the Asa Puja of his Guru Maharaj, and Prabhupada was so emotional that tears, was coming out from him, he was crying. And he was just saying, Krishna was so merciful that he has sent all of you to me to assist me in the mission of my Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much. Prabhupada was appreciating his disciple. how Krishna is the one who has sent all of them to him to help him. I'm a old man, I cannot do anything. Just all this is Krishna's arrangement. Who knew whether I will come to America? Who knew that you boys will come to me? Who knew that this? Prabhupada was saying like that, and it was becoming emotional. So you can just see. So Krishna has the perfect arrangement, and he always, he just wants us to, engage in the activity.
You are muted,
Prabhu, you're
Prabhu.
muted.
Mute me. Oh, sorry. How did I mute myself? Okay, sorry. So we should become instruments in the hands of Krishna. We should become instruments in the hands of Krishna. We should pray so that Krishna can use us as his instrument. Because if you become instrument in the hands of Krishna, you'll be very glorious. Just like when you come to the temple, if you're walking on the altar, you will understand what I'm saying. You see, when you come to the temple and you see the beautiful form of Radha Madhava, no matter who dresses Radha Madhava, the Lord will still look very beautiful. Why? It's not about the dress. It's about the Lord beautiful himself. So whatever you are putting on him, his beauty is enhancing whatever you are putting on Krishna or him or Shrimati Radharani. So whoever, no matter who has dressed the Lord, you will see, no matter whether the person is very expert or not expert, you will still see him very beautiful. Because all the ornaments, they are just, they're just there because they become beautiful because they are put on the body of the Lord. The Lord is already beautiful himself. You understand? So it's similarly, whenever we, align ourselves with the purpose of the Lord, we become one with the will of the Lord. We are the one who become glorious. And that is what Krishna is telling Arjuna here, that Arjuna, just win, conquer, and become what? And enjoy flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangements. So this is it. So we should all pray so that we become an instrument in spreading the message of Krishna, because that is the highest work we can do in this universe. Some people will serve their family. Some people will serve their community. They become barangai, or they will be working as a representative in different barangays, like serving their community. Some people will become mayor. Some people will serve their country by representing their country in sports. Like that guy who won gold in the Olympic, he was being glorified. People were giving money. Some people will serve their country. Okay. And some people will serve the international community. That's where you have about United Nations, and all those things. But some people will serve the universe. That those who are devotees of Krishna, they are servants of the universe. Because Krishna is the father of the universe. So those who engage in the service of Krishna, they are servants of the universe. So they are more glorious. They are glorified all over the three worlds. That is why I say this Guru Puja song. Loke Nata Loke Rajivana. You are the deliverer of of all the living entity in this world. And it was saying, what is that particular line that was saying that your glories will be sung all over the three world? Who can remind me of the line? Who knows the song?
Which part, Prabhu?
The Guru Puja.
The deliverer of the three worlds?
Yeah, your glory will be spread all over the three worlds. Jai Gurudev, Jai Prabhupada.
Your glories will be spread all over the three worlds. Which part was that?
It's actually the last part. So when you serve Krishna, your glories will be spread all over the three worlds. Not only in your country, not only in your community, but all over the three worlds, because you are serving Jagannath. You are serving Jagannath, the Lord of the universe. So we should all think deeply today how we want to become an instrument in the hands of Krishna. We should pray so that Krishna will use us in his service. We should pray somehow or the other we should be used in service of Guru and Krishna. Because that is the only way to achieve the purpose of human life. Okay, any other comment or question?
I have a question, but it was from yesterday, Prabhu.
Okay, let's hear it so that it will not continue to be pushed forward.
Yeah. So my question was, so in this chapter, it's basically talking about how Sri Arjuna was reacting when he saw the universal form of the Lord. But I would just like to ask, because since Sri Sanjaya also saw the universal form of the Lord, how did he felt and what was his reaction when he saw the universal form of the Lord?
Actually, there was no description of Sanjaya reaction, but I'm very sure Sanjaya will have felt the same thing because it was described also, if you notice the verses we read today, that all the great sages and the demigods, they were having the same reactions. You saw that? It was mentioned today. So if all those great personalities are having the same reaction, surely you should imagine that Sanjaya also should have similar reaction. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, thank you. So let's continue. So we're going to 34. Dronascha Bhishmanscha Jayadrattamscha Kranatatayamapi Yodayaviram Mayamatam Swam Jayima Vyastista Yudhyaswa Jitasirane Sapatan. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadrata, Karna, and the other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight, and you will vanquish your enemy in battle. Jai. Who wants to read?
I'll read it, Prabhu.
Please.
Every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he is so kind and merciful to his devotees that he wants to give the credit to his devotees to carry out his plan according to his design. Life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness and understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of spiritual mastery. The plans of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by His mercy, and the plans of the devotees are good as His plans. One should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle for existence. Hare Krishna.
Well, let's continue. So let me see, in the summary, we're reading. So from 11 to 30, Arjuna was describing what he saw. Then from 31, Arjuna asked, who are you, my Lord? From 32 to 34, Krishna described how it's time and is using Arjuna as an instrument. From 35 to 36 now, we're going to be hearing Arjuna's prayers. From this 35 to 46, we're going to be hearing Arjuna 1. So if you want to learn how to pray to Krishna, just study this chapter text 35 to 46 of chapter 11. Because Arjuna's prayer was very wonderful prayer actually. Okay. Sanjaya Uvacha Etatshvatva Vasharam Namikeshavasya Kritanjali Vipanam Kiriti namakritva bhuyaivam Krishnam sagadgadam bita pranamya. Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing this word from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. Very short. Somebody want to read?
I'll read. Okay, as we have already explained, because of the situation created by the universal form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna became bewildered in wonder. Thus, he began to offer his respectful obeisances to Krishna again and again, and with faltering voice, he began to pray, not as a friend, but as a devotee in wonder. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, Arjuna began to pray in not as a friend again, but as a devotee in wonder. Because now you could see his friend, not ordinary person. Arjuna uvacha sane krishikesha tava prakitya jaga prarisyati anurajyati cha rashasi vitane dishudravanti sarve namasyanti cha siddha sangaha. Arjuna said, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. Very nice prayer.
I'll read it, Prabhu.
Yes, please.
Arjuna, after hearing from Krishna about the outcome of the battlefield of Kurukshetra, became enlightened, and as a great devotee and friend of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he said that everything done by Krishna is quiet faith. Arjuna confirmed that Krishna is the maintainer and the objects of worship for the devotees and the destroyer of the undesirables. His actions are equally good for all. Arjuna understand herein that when the battle of Kurukshetra was being concluded, and outer space there were present many demigods, siddhas, and the intelligentsia of the higher planets, and they were observing the fight because Krishna was present there. When Arjuna saw the universal form of the Lord, the demigods took pleasure and ate, but others, who were demons and atheists, could not stand it when the Lord was praised. Out of their natural fear of the devastating form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they fled Krishna's treatment of the devotees, and the atheist is praised by Arjuna. In all cases, a devotee glorifies the Lord because he knows that whatever he does is good for all. Hare Krishna.
Arjuna mentioned one very salient point in this verse. I want somebody who can detect that. Tell me. Let's think. We mentioned one very important point in the verse. Who can tell me the result of chanting the holy name?
The world becomes joyful upon hearing your name.
That is one, but there's another one there.
Everyone become attached to you.
Attached.
Yes, that is it. That is a lot of chanting the holy names of Krishna. You become joyful and you become attached to Krishna. So when we chant the holy name of Krishna, we'll be happy and you become more and more attached to Krishna. That is why the highest devotion is chanting of the holy name of Krishna. Actually, if one can engage 24 hours in chanting the holy name of Krishna, you don't need to do any other thing in this world. It's the highest devotional service you can perform. There was one time in Gaudiya Bhazita Swami Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, there was one devotee who was very attached to chanting the holy name of Krishna. Every time he was chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So all the devotees, they become like disturbed. Oh, why every time he's chanting? He's not doing any yoga, he's not doing any service. They started complaining to Maharaj, the guru. Yeah, so one day the guru said, Haribo, all Prabhujis. Haribo, today, no work in this temple. Everyone had to sit down and chant. We're just going to chant today and no work. So everybody sat down, started chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. After a few hours, some people already start falling asleep. Some people already standing up and walking here and there. Some people already standing up and doing here. And Bhakti was watching all of them. And he told them, and that devotee, he was so absorbed and chanting and enjoying the chanting while all of them were standing, sleeping, and doing all those things. He was still enjoying his chanting. He was so absorbed. So after some few hours, when he saw this reaction, the situation of the devotees who are becoming restless, and that devotee was simply absorbed, he now told them, you see, that is from today on, all of you have to continue to engage in various services. Let only him chant. That is his service, okay? So since that day on, nobody won't bother him again. Because he has become attached to chanting the holy name of Krishna. You cannot fake it. I used to say this, that one thing you cannot fake in this life is, becoming attached to chanting the holy name. You cannot fake it. It's either you are chanting or you are not chanting. It's very simple. It's not like, I will pretend as if I'm chanting 24 hours. You cannot pretend to be chanting 24 hours. It is not possible. You cannot. There was one devotee in Mayapur, African devotee. He came to Mayapur. He said, "Oh, no, I don't want to, jump in and do all this thing. I want to just go and sit down where nobody will see me and just meditate and just chant 24 hours." So the devotee was telling Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, "Don't worry, after 1 week, you will not see him again." So this devotee went and he was chanting. After some time, he disappeared. Nobody could find him again. After a long time, one time devotee were like going on Sankirtan in America, and I saw this Prabhu who was supposed to be chanting in Mayapur. It was said he was a guy as a fuel attendant. You see? So it's not easy. So by chanting the holy name of Krishna, we become attached to Krishna. And that is the perfection of life. When you chant the holy name of Krishna with pure love, with sincerity, and you continue to chant, the result is that you want to chant more. The result of chanting is that you want to chant more. If you are chanting and you are tired of chanting, means you are not chanting properly. Like, oh, I finished my round. I'm done today. Something is wrong with your chanting. It's like, oh, I'm done today. Oh, done. Yeah, I can do whatever I like. Then something is wrong. But if you are chanting and you are feeling, oh, I need to chant more, oh, no time to chant more, I have to do other thing, then you are really chanting. So chanting means you develop more taste for chanting. You become attached to Krishna. So Arjuna was mentioning that here. Ah, 1 minute more. So we continue the prayer tomorrow. Sorry. So any comments or question? We have 1 minute more.
Yeah, Prabhu, I found that one. You wanted to.
Oh, please. Yes, please.
Shiguru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Lokana Lokara
Shiguru
Jivana.
Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu. Yes. Yes. Yes, your glory will be spread all over the 3 words. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Yeah, any other comments or contribution?
We have a presentation tomorrow, Prabhuji.
What presentation is that?
Of the chapter 10, Bhagavad Gita.
Very good. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Tomorrow is the D-Day. Very good. Okay, thank you. I forgot you. Oh, thank you, Mother Lakshmi. Yes. So tomorrow is our presentation day. Please get ready. I hope we are already ready. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Tomorrow.
Very good. I'm very happy that we are ready. Yes, thank you. So see you tomorrow, and I'll see you in the other class. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Chakapatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhuveva cha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah.